So this isn't good. I passed judgment, and the judgment is there's still an issue with cylinder number 8. And I'm not 100% sure what it is. Maybe you remember in the last video I said it was still smoking. Well, the smoke cleared up. I drove it to work and back. On my way back, it started hesitating really bad. And I was data logging the whole time. And that bank, the passenger side bank, was running rich again. So to work and back is 42 miles. And then the day that I started it and it was smoking, I drove it around our neighborhood, which is like 3 miles or 4 miles all the way around the whole loop. And so it's got 50 miles on it with this brand new second head. I drove it around, let it sit, took it to work, came home, pulled the plugs. Number 8 was actually burnt. Like, I'm about to pull it out here in a second. It bubbles around the ground strap, like it was detonating for sure. Even though I couldn't hear the rattly sound, it was pre-igniting enough that you could feel a hesitation. Even though it didn't really show up in the data log, I could feel it. There's just a slight hesitation, so I knew I needed to pull the plugs. Pull the plug, sure enough. And on top of it, the dumb brand new oil pan gasket, brand new, is leaking. Just sitting there in my garage will leave a puddle of oil on the floor. And it's not leaking anywhere else. That has a brand new seal. That has a brand new seal. Brand new seal. Everything is brand new. It's not leaking from anywhere. It's just leaking from right there. That's so frustrating because I ordered a D&J oil pan gasket, which I kind of like that brand because all the other D&J parts I've put in it so far have worked really well. So I'm not sure if this is the head or something wrong with the cylinder or something wrong with the piston. I don't know. So I had to pull, the easiest way to change the oil pan on this is just to pull the motor out. Because it's 4-wheel drive, I'd have to drop a whole bunch of stuff. Easiest way is just pull the motor out. I need to take the head off anyway. So I bought one new piston and one set of rings. So I'm going to yank the head off again and just see what I can see. So there's the plug. That plug looked brand new. That plug has 50 miles on it. And if you look, there's pitting right there around the rim of the ground strap. That pitting is from getting too hot. 50 miles on that plug. Well, I think I found my problem. That is not detonation. I dropped it. When I was, whenever I took the engine block apart to get it to the machine shop to have it checked, I dropped one of the pistons, and I remember looking it over real good and thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. No big deal. I don't know how on earth I missed that. And also this oil control ring right here, it won't come off. It doesn't move at all. And I never took these off whenever I pulled the pistons out of the block, but it won't. I can't get it out. Probably not without breaking it. It gets hung. It gets hung right there in that chip. That may have been what was going on here. That does not explain why when I first started it, it billowed smoke. I'm talking billowed smoke. And it would not stop until... so I changed the stem seals, and the smoke kind of sort of calmed down, but it was still just like a freight train, just billowing smoke. And I thought, well, let me just drive it a little bit. Nope, it didn't clear up. The majority of the smoking went away when I put the new head on. So I think this was like the perfect storm of coincidences in the most frustrating way possible. I think that valve guide was boogered up. I think I boogered up the piston and the ring, and that led to all the smoking. But the good news is the bore looks fine. So this is where the chip would be in the piston, and there's nothing. There's actually a little scuff mark up there, but that was there. I remember seeing that whenever I rebuilt the motor. But there's no scuffs or anything. That side is where the chip is, and nothing, no detonation marks. I mean, the cylinder looks pretty stinking good, so I think I'm gonna get away with a new piston, new set of rings, put it back together. This is what a head gasket looks like after it's been on for 50 miles. It looks brand freaking new. So now I've got an inner turmoil. Do I spend another 45 bucks on a head gasket? Or what? But at least I found the problem. Nightmare of nightmares, this is the never-ending story. That is a new piston. New piston, new rings, fresh hone job. I went and got a stone grinder and honed that. Got the brand new piston rings. But the issue is, I ordered a single piston. That piston comes. The ad was wrong. It's an oversized piston. Contact the guy. Yeah, wrong. Give me my money back. But we sell the correct piston. Let me send you the correct piston. Get that piston. It's wrong also. Spend the next 2 days searching to find anywhere that sells a single piston. Nobody except that one place I found. So I ended up having to buy a complete brand new set of pistons and rings. So brand new piston, brand new rings, fresh hone job. Pulled the valves out of here. They look okay. I don't see the same things that I saw on the other head. The other head had carbon all the way up the valve stem, all the way up to the seal, where the seal moves. I don't see that on here. So I'm just going to put it back together. I am not going to put the other 7 pistons in there because I am done. I'm just done with this project. I'm ready to move on with my life. I'm just going to try to sell those and get a few bucks out of them. I'm just done. These pistons are perfect. I already had them all out. I already checked all the rings. They're perfect. I just dropped that one. So, whatever. But finally making progress. Finally got the piston. About to put the head back on it. And hopefully soon, maybe tonight, in there. That's very interesting. I've never seen that before. But it doesn't appear to be smoking. It's been running for about 20 seconds. Now I have oil all over the exhaust manifold. So I'm expecting it to start smoking right here. But there's no oil inside the exhaust manifold. I've double checked that, so it shouldn't be smoking, period. I do not know why it is smoking from this. That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it's just what little residue is left inside the engine from coolant. So far, so good. That, my friends, is a beautiful thing. Look at that spark plug. It just sat there and ran for about 30 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, about 30 minutes. It just sat there and ran for about 30 minutes. And not a drop. That is what a spark plug should look like. Not drip with oil after sitting there running. Only issue that I've got right now, which I had solved before, is right there at the corner of the stupid valve cover. It's dripping oil onto the manifold. So now I've got to deal with that. But it looks like the mystery of the smoking number 8 cylinder is finally solved. So call it a wrap for now. See what other things I've got to deal with.